Yeah. Where you from, man?
I'm from Roosevelt, New York, Long Island.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I lived all over, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, I lived in Brooklyn for like 4 or 5 years. I lived in North Carolina, everything. I lived in 5 states. I lived in Germany. I'm an Army brat, so.
Okay. All right, but you're in the Marines, right?
Yeah, I was in the Marines. I did
okay.
4 years from '03 to '07.
Okay. Did you go overseas?
Yeah, I went to Iraq twice. 2 tours in Iraq. My mother was in Iraq the same time as me. We were not, so.
Yeah, I went over to, I did she and I, in fact, this is my business partner. We went over and did some work in Dubai and
oh wow,
Djibouti and
yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, we did some stuff with the USO, but I've done a lot of work with MTV when we, did a lot of lobbying for like, transitional housing. And, and TBI, the brain disorder.
Yeah, because I was in a vehicle rollover in Iraq, so I had to get checked out for TBI.
Yeah, so and the stigmas that people put on it, all the GI Bill and all that stuff. So, I brought Kanye. I brought people in, and man, y'all need to, deal with this, man. Come talk about these brothers who's going overseas, serving, coming back, and not serving them, serving them correctly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So. I got a lot of these artists that just kind of take a break from what they do.
Yeah,
and come out and see. So when I saw
we really appreciate that stuff. That stuff gives us hype, though. You know what I mean?
It's great. I mean, it's so little goes so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because we went over there with Naughty by Nature.
Oh wow.
We went to Djibouti. Bahrain.
Yeah, Bahrain, they got a little, those are like the good places.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't take us, we couldn't get into honestly, I wasn't trying to be no hero. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It was like, well, if you want to go here, I'm gonna...
Oh, blame you.
My guest can tell you about regimen. Okay? He can tell you about discipline. All right?
Stay out of this over there.
He can tell you about focus. Okay? I want to introduce from the U.S. Marine Corps Sgt Shamar Thomas is here with us today. And if you don't know who this man is, all you have to do is go on YouTube. And he has over 1.4 million views on YouTube, over 1 million views on World Star Hip Hop for his courageous act of bravery in his defense of your average, everyday U.S. citizen. He actually, well, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, let me welcome you to Sway in the Morning, man. All right, you brought your whole platoon with you, too. We all know about Occupy Wall Street. This is a conversation we've had every day since it started. I think it's day 35, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember when it first came to existence, and I wanted to know from people if they thought it would matter, if it would make an impact. And at that time, it was a couple of hundred protesters protesting Wall Street and the practices of Wall Street and the trickle-up effect where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And just people just expressing their frustrations over the dire circumstances in our economy today. Wasn't no real specific message to it other than, at that time, to just bring attention to the fact that the people are upset about what's going on in our country. And then, initially it was peaceful. And then it became, a lot of turmoil down there. And Sergeant Thomas, tell me about, the first time you went down there. What day was that?
All right. The first day I went down there was October 5th. Me and my right-hand man, Christian, went down there. So we went down there. We walked around the crowd a little bit. We just looked at the protesters walking up and down the street. And then Michael Moore came and spoke. And one of the protesters said, well, we need to march now. And everybody started walking towards Wall Street. But what happened was, after like the first few hundred people started walking, the cops put up barricades. So it was a few hundred people with, about 100 police. And then, about 10,000 people, down the street away from us, barricaded away. So we were just by ourselves. So when we got down there, the police were, calm. And then they started telling people to back up, onto the sidewalks, but people weren't backing up fast enough, so they started just grabbing people and, hitting people with batons and everything.
Well, so you a serviceman. You served over in Iraq 2 times, right?
Twice, yeah.
Twice, and you were in the service for how many years?
I was in the 4 years.
4 years, and you were in combat, right?
Yes, I was in combat.
Okay,
Fallujah, 2004.
In 2004, and you were there to protect our civil rights, and you know, and put, you know, what we, you know, our way of life here in America, and you put your life on the line.
Yeah.
What was it like for you to come home and see, you know, the NYPD, you know, stepping in the way of Americans, you know, fighting for their right to protest peacefully? Is that what
I
it
go to the
raised you?
protest, and these are just average people, you know, with, you know, that look like everybody else, and the police were harassing. It was unbelievable to me. Like, women and like teenage girls were getting strung up. To see that in real life was like, this is a movie. Like, this can't be real.
We call ourselves warriors. There's no you know, pride in calling yourself a warrior if you're gonna hurt unarmed people. That's not a warrior. That's not what warriors do.
You know what? Here at Sway in the Morning, we call ourselves warriors too, right? We got our road warriors, our truckers. So we hold, you know, we hold the same principle. Isn't that right, Dan?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, man. Fire it up, man. Videotape this too, man. All right. Trying to get on World Star Hip Hop.
You're already.
All right. Sgt Thomas, I just want to bring light to this, and you know, and for you, this is something you didn't have to do, but I commend you on your bravery and, you know, and your dedication and your loyalty and your devotion to this country and the citizens of this country. Yeah. How can people reach you?
You can reach me at Sgt Shamar Thomas USMC at Facebook, Twitter, and
YouTube.
All right, brother. I
YouTube.
appreciate you coming by,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Want to come hang out with us?
Can I get one more thing? I want everybody to go at least one day to their local occupation just to check it out. To, you know, don't let the media influence your decision about what's really going on. We all have views. We all have a voice. You know what I mean? And everybody has something that's wrong, and this is the time to fix it. You know what I mean? We don't need to wait. Don't wait on anybody. Don't wait on a politician. Don't wait to vote somebody in. Go out there and at least check it out for one day, and then, you know, make your decision about whether you support it or not.
All right.